Okay, sir. Can you, Assalamu alaikum, can you see the screen moving or not? Okay. Why I cannot move this one? What's going on here? Is the screen moving, gentlemen? Can we go move a little bit just to make sure? Sometimes we get problems with this. Anybody online? Do you see the screen moving? I think you can start.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something you'll see. Okay, thank you very much.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Professor Dr. Rizwan, as Dr. Boyne already introduced myself. Topic of today's seminar is about Agile and Lean software development. Agile concept is not new in the software industry. It was the 9/11 that highlighted it or make a hype for the Agile because of the demand or because of the need of the situation. Because after 9/11, the industry was crashed and the investors were very afraid, scared to invest any money in the business. So most of the software companies, they were suffering with the money, with the fallus. So they have to fire their employees, projects were freezed. In that situation, the Agile values, Agile Manifesto was introduced. So what is agility? I start with the beginning with the Agile, then the Lean, and then I move towards the Agile Lean Integration. Agility means respond to changes quickly and efficiently. That is the concept, that you respond to any change in the project as quickly, but without compromising the quality, and it should be efficient. It should be productive. Fast doesn't mean shaitan, jaldi, 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 surah, 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 hurry, hurry, hurry. It should be with quality, without compromising the quality. No, with quality. That's the concept of agility. Then Agile team has to react on the changes. What changes they have to react quickly and efficiently. Most important is the requirement. The requirement from the customer, because customer is our boss and he is giving us requirement. So requirement means any feature or function to be included in the system. If customer change his requirement, we have to respond quickly. Don't say, Khali, I will see later on, like casual style, next release, next version. As quickly during the release, he's asking you to change, say yes. Yes, boss, because he's the boss. You cannot say no to him or don't delay next. Because the situation of 9/11, the investors were not ready to invest any money because there was a threat of Third World War, because America attacked Iraq, Libya, Afghanistan. So that was the situation. In that situation, you have to bring money, falus, out of the pocket of the investor. So say yes. So he will not be irritated or angry or cancel the project. Okay, no problem. I don't need. Because there is no need. There is no business. Like COVID situation, no business. Then the budget. You are lacking short of the budget, react quickly. Schedule, lacking short of schedule, react quickly. Resources, including the infrastructural resources, including the team. Team member suddenly left or died. So you have to react. You don't have time for the hiring cycle that you will hire a new guy and then you continue the project. And meanwhile, project is in hard state or pause state. Technology. As technology is changing, especially in IT, it's very fast. You sleep one night before and next morning there's new technology. So if customer is asking you to change the technology, or before customer asks you, you need to get ready to change the technology. I remember one case of software company. It's very popular company, Descom. They have a client in USA and they don't have Java developer. And customer asked them that we need business logic in Java. And Java Versata, which was the new tool, it was introduced at that time. And they don't have Java programmer. What about that tool? That is second stage. First, you have Java programmer, then you learn the new tool, and then you implement. Then they have to outsource a company from USA because they cannot say to the customer, sorry, we don't have Java programmer, or we don't know about this tool. You are introducing this tool to us. So that is the situation. React quickly. As new technology is introduced, don't wait. Customer will ask you. Then you don't have time for the training, for learning. To reduce that gap, you have to react as technology is introduced. Then Agile Manifesto introduced 12 golden principles for software development that you have to satisfy the customer, make him happy, early and continuous improvement. How early? Within first couple of weeks, first release, first week or second week, couple of weeks, 2, maximum 3, 2 weeks. And not only the first release, consistently you have to deliver all releases weekly or 2 weeks. So he is interested, he is satisfied, he is happy. And he will not cancel the project. He will not think about canceling the project, and his interest will be there. There is a company in America, Corio, which was later on purchased by IBM because IBM switched from software hardware industry to software industry. The Corio Inc., they have mission statement during the 9/11 that we deliver the first release in first week. First week means 5 working days. 1 week means 5 working days. And you have to deliver the release in 5 working days. And every 5 working days, there will be release. So you have to work like jinn. You are human. You have capacity. You have family. You have social life, health issue. And there are so many things. And requirements are also changing. They're not fixed requirements. You have to change the requirement. So they survived 9/11. And then IBM purchased that company at the cost of $182 million. And they say, these employees which survived 9/11, they were jinn. We are not firing anyone. Now you are working for IBM and with better salary, with better designation. So that's the reward to work in that environment. The third principle, the team and customer work throughout the project. It's not like you are working solo and you take the requirement. After that, no interaction with the customer. Okay, thank you very much. You have to continuously show him prototypes, deliver prototype, and then the final release. So there is a continuous integration. It's a continuous work, and it's continuous collective work, not only solo work. 4, no distributed environment, no WhatsApp, no video, face-to-face meeting. Like we have face-to-face meeting here. I can see you, you can see me. So if there is any problem, any confusion, straightforward ask. Like there will be QA session after this seminar. You can ask me any question. Straight, no confusion, because ambiguity, confusion will be there. That means customer is telling you something, you are understanding something, you deliver something, and then when deliver, customer said, no, this is not what I mean. This is what I need. Then rework, extra time, extra cost, and you don't have extra time and extra cost, extra effort, extra resources. 5, welcome requirements at any stage of the project. Like I said earlier, as customer asks you, you are at the testing level. Don't say no. You are sleeping at that time when I collect requirement from you. Now I'm at the testing level. Before delivery, you are asking me to change. You say yes. Okay. But before I was delivering you this day, now I will take 1 week extra because you changed the requirement with extra cost, extra time. Customer is happy, then you are happy. Without any argument. No, I will not do that. Trust and respect among the team member. You must have trust to your team member because it's a learning environment. If you don't know anything, you can ask your colleague, and he should not broadcast BBC, CNN, Al Jazeera, and that Dr. Rizwan doesn't know this, Dr. Rizwan doesn't know this. Huh? So next time, I will not ask because learning will stop. So respect should be there. Trust should be there. Don't make fun during a meeting. You have a problem, and you are trying to help your colleague that this is the solution, and he say, ha ha ha, this is the solution. Next time he say, okay, you are genius, you are Einstein, you don't need a solution, you make fun last time. Next time he will not tell you. Again, learning will stop. Velocity. We have speed, we have velocity. Speed is movement without direction. Velocity is with direction. So you have schedule, the project schedule, you have the budget, you know this is Sirat Mustaqim. You have to follow the Sirat Mustaqim, and there is Shaitan path. And you have to bridge the gap between the Shaitan path and the Sirat Mustaqim as possible, as much you can do. So you have to measure velocity after every release. You are going in right direction or you are going on Shaitan path. As far you go from Shaitan path means failure. And failure in 9/11 situation or even the software industry, you can't afford, because failure means your competitor will broadcast this news. This company failed, this company failed, this company. No customer will give you project next time. Emphasize on good design to improve quality. Now, documentation is the traditional style. You don't have time for documentation. Do minimum documentation, but with high quality. It could be any diagram. We have UML diagramming, use case, class, sequence. Use 1 or 2 max. Normally they use 1, and they are enough competent as a programmer to understand that. There is no need to ask what is the meant by this. What is the meant by this? No question, no time is there. Best architecture and design come from self-organization. Self-organization means self-discipline. Only involve those team members which have self-discipline. They are disciplined people. They organize their work. Don't involve people which are lazy, which used to do things later, late. Should be delivered on time or in time. Adjust and tune according to the situation. As budget change, adjust. Schedule change, adjust. Team member change, adjust. Resources change, adjust. What? Whole process should be KISS principle. Keep it simple, not kissing session. KISS principle means keep it simple. Simple architecture, simple design, simple code. Don't try to make it fancy. Difficult interfaces, flashy interfaces, that a marquee is coming here, image is coming here, because it will be heavy. So make it light as much as possible. You need dedicated work. Before Agile, before modern methodology 9/11, we used to have one team member working on multiple projects. But Agile said, no, you need dedicated team. He must work on one project at a time and complete it, then involve him in another project. Because otherwise his mind will be distributed, shared, that I need to do this in this project, I need to do this in this project. So he will not be focused, he will not be concentrative on his project. Human factor, how to select Agile team. Competency, competent people, not junior people, not fresh people. In Agile team, there is no place of such people which are junior, which are learner. Experienced people, highly skilled analyst, skilled architect, skilled designer, skilled programmer, skilled tester, decision making. And these skilled people should have decision making capability, should not ask to their boss, shall I do this? Shall I do this? Shall I do this? Because no time for verification. You take the decision and you take the responsibility of correct decision or wrong decision. Maybe you take wrong decision. You are human. You are not angel, because you can do mistake, but you can take the responsibility and you need to compensate that. Problem solving. You should have analytical skill. You should have designing skill, that how to identify a problem and how to solve it, the solution. Because everybody say problem, this problem, this problem. Ask them what is the solution? No solution. Come problem with solution, that this is a problem and this is the solution. Common scope, all team member, because it's a co-located team, centralized team, they must know what is the scope, what is the purpose, what is the goal. It should be shared among all team members. If you change anything, inform everyone. Collaboration, you must have coordination, communication skill, how to collaborate. Some people solo, they work excellent, but if you ask them to work in a team, they are failed. because they don't have the ability to collaborate, to coordinate with other team members. So work together as one unit. Trust and respect. As already said, the people who doesn't have attitude to respect other people, don't involve them, because they will be like arrogant. They will be like insulting. So next team member will feel that he's trying to show me he's the boss, because here is no boss. Everyone is boss, because all are specialized, all are skilled. So such members have no place, which used to have leg pulling, broadcasting. Oh, Dr. Rizwan doesn't know this, Dr. Rizwan doesn't know. Mafi malum, mafi malum, mafi malum. Then self-organization, self-discipline, organized people. Agile Manifesto has 4 values. Prefer people over tools and methodologies. Individuals and interactions, give them weightage, give them power. Like rules, humans are for rules, rules are for humans. Of course, humans are there. So rules should be flexible to get benefit of that. Not because of the rule, you sacrifice them. La ilaha Muhammad Rasulullah Zabi Mashallah. Because rule is there, sorry. There is no rule, there is no flexibility. Working software over comprehensive documentation. No documentation. We don't have time for documentation. We need working software. So it's more working environment in which you deliver, you work. So code environment, it's called test-driven environment. It's called working software. Customer collaboration or contract negotiation. Collaborate with the customer, communicate with the customer. Instead, you ask him, I will take this money, I need this. Instead, you have the project, you will deliver. Of course, money will come, and money will come in release by release every week or 2 weeks, and there will be maintenance. So maintenance cycle is there. So money is continuous. It's not a problem. Project is a problem. First, you win the customer, win the heart. Automatically, next project will also come. Respond to change or following the plan, that we have very fixed plan, like the traditional style. We cannot change the plan. We have to finish this, then this, then this, the linear style. Here, no. Change. Budget change, technology change, requirements change, resources change. In order to communicate and coordinate very effectively, we have collaborate, deliver, reflect, improve cycle. Collaborate and then improve. Improve your collaboration release by release. Deliver, improve the quality of delivery release by release. Every release should be better than the previous one. Improved version. So we have 2 sub-cycles, collaboration cycle and the delivery cycle. The main agile methodology, we have XP, we have Scrum, ASD, DSDM, Crystal, feature-driven development, Agile Unified. XP was very popular from 2001 to 2010. That was the era of XP. It has 4 phases: plan, design, code, test. There is no analysis, because analysis is divided, some in planning, some in design, to speed up the process, to cut down the time, cut down the cost, cut down the resources. And then code, test, deliver. Code, test, deliver. So this was the cycle. XP introduced some new practices that was never used in software industry. We have planning poker technique, small releases, metaphor, simple design, TDD, refactoring, pair programming, code ownership, continuous integration, on-site customer, coding standard. Main advantages of XP: complete software with development within a couple of months, 2 to 3 months, project will be delivered. So that's totally different than the traditional style when you used to perform analysis 1 year, designing, development, delivery 3 years, 2 years. Here 2 months, max 3 months, 2 to 3 months. That's the limit. Maintenance contract will come, hosting charges. Another concept was introduced, that you deliver and you provide your server to host the application. So there's a concept, it's called ASP, application service provider. You are the developer, you are the hosting, you are the maintaining, you are doing the security, you are doing the backup. So money follows is there. So there is no need to negotiate over the contract that I will take 1 million, 2 million, 1.5 million. It will come. Not suitable for distributed teams, not suitable for medium to large scale projects, small projects. CBD is not there. Pair programming is a limitation. 2 programmers work on 1 machine. So it's a new concept. That doesn't mean one is doing the coding, other is sitting free, asking him, how's the weather? How's your family? How's the social life? He's doing something. Mean you code, he will test, because you are not the best person to test your code. And when you are testing, you are coding, he's writing the test classes, test cases for the next release. He's just waiting, sitting to you, asking you, how are you? How's your family? How was yesterday? How was the weekend? Then we have Scrum. 2011 to 2020 till today was the era of Scrum. Scrum has 5 values. Deliver often, every demo, every release. Cross-functional team. 1 member left. Don't wait to hire a new guy and then the project will be started. Programmer can work as a tester. Tester can work as a database designer. Architect can work as a tester. So you can swap the roles, multi-skilled. That's a new concept. And if you don't have such team, train them to be multi-skilled. So if some member left, the other member can take his responsibility, his role with extra money, not just the extra duty, with extra payment. Then he will be happy to work his role. And meanwhile, you can start the hiring cycle and you can hire a new guy later on. Daily meeting. Daily meeting is not new concept. It's everywhere. We have daily meeting in industry. We have daily meeting in the companies. But this daily meeting is inspect daily, test daily. You code whatever you have done, test it on daily basis. So if there are bugs, it will be identified on daily basis, not at the end of the release. Don't wait for the end of the release. The release will be ready, then we'll test it. To test your code on daily basis. You test, you code, you test, you integrate, test. Integration testing, that it is integrated or not. Not only because you are testing your code, it's working. It has to work with other code. So you have to check the integration, that after integration, still it's working or not. Then you have Scrum Master. This is another new concept. Scrum Master is a role any team member can play. But Scrum Master is a facilitator. He has no responsibility. He is a lubricant like engine oil among the team member. Development team has problem, he is there. Testing team has a problem, he is there. Architect team has a problem, he is there. He is like a reserve guy. Whenever you need somewhere, he is there to dissolve the problems, resolve the conflicts, to arrange the meetings, coordination. That is his responsibility. And then product owner. Project manager has a new role. It's called product owner. He is a product owner, meaning he will act as a role of customer. He will go to the customer side, collect the requirement. Then you don't have time to go to the customer side or call the customer to show him the test prototypes or demos. He will test the demos, he will approve, and then he will go to the customer side to deploy. That means he is a member of team as well as he is a representative of the customer. Then you have 3 stakeholders in the team. We have product owner, we have Scrum Master, and we have Scrum team. Scrum has different SDLC, like XP has another style. Scrum has plan, build, test, review, release 1, plan 2, build 2, test 2, review 2, and release sprint. And release is called sprint in Scrum. Sprint is taken from the rugby game. Sprints are there. And plan 3, so sprint 3, and so on. It has a workflow. We have product backlog, which are all the requirements you collected from the customer for first release. And then you have a meeting. It's called sprint planning meeting. And then you pick, the team will pick first 2, 3 stories that they will develop first. And then you have sprint backlog, and then you develop the sprint. Then you test it, ready to deploy, ready to deliver, and then sprint review. You call the product owner to review it before deploying, and then you have sprint retrospective. It is a meeting after the release, after delivering the sprint, that you sit together to learn what mistakes you have done in the previous release, so you will not, again, you will repeat those mistakes in the next release. That's called sprint retrospective, to learn, to improve. We have core Scrum, we have barnacles, and we have rumors. Core Scrum, the 5 values. Barnacles, use burn down chart, use Kanban, use Scrum Master, product owner, team lead, invite product owner in daily meeting or only in the review. It's up to the team. Answer 3 questions in the daily meeting: what went wrong yesterday, how to make it correct, and what to do the next. Then you have Lean. Lean is not a new concept. In the industry, it is used from so many years. Lean is a philosophy. Lean is a way of thinking, how to continuously improve with a focus to eliminate all forms of waste. We have waste managers, and companies are saving millions and billions by decreasing the waste. And people think it's garbage. It's scrap. And that scrap has worth. When you remove it, it plays a significant role, prominent role. Henry Ford, which is the founder of the Ford company, he first time used Lean in 1880, early 90s. That was the concept, that was the beginning of the Lean. And then after World War II, Ford company used principle were reintroduced by Toyota company, and we call them Toyota production system, because they copy from the Ford, but with better techniques, with better way. Lean manufacturing is all about making a product in the most efficient and effective manner, and to improve, decrease cycle time, eliminate sources of waste, increase throughput throughout. So from the each phase, each member should improve from start to end. Then we have Lean principles. I will skip them because I'm shortage of time. We have Lean principles. We have Lean terminologies. Work in progress, in control. Keep your work in progress under control. Use Kanban, minimum marketable features, plan, do, check, act cycle, and cumulative flow diagram to show work in progress. Kaizen, Six Sigma. So this is a cumulative flow diagram, burn up chart, burn down chart. Kaizen is also used in the Lean. Kaizen means change for the good, for improvement. So Kai means change, and Zen means for good, for improvement. So it is applicable for all industry, all life cycle. Like the Scrum is not applicable only for software industry, it's applicable for all industries, education, health, industry, everywhere. So history of Kaizen, it was started by the Japanese, but later on, then Nokia company, Ericsson company, they started. So Kanban is one of the technique to display how your work is going on. You have product backlog, you have sprint backlog, and what are the you are in your sprint, and what are in progress, and what are the completed, or what are the delivered. That is the Kanban board. So product backlog, new, in progress, completed, delivered. That is the Kanban Kaizen board. Kaizen has a workflow: get employees involved, gather list of problem, increase solution, test the solution, measure, analyze, and then if successful, adopt the solution and repeat to improve it. It has 5 S: sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. This is the heart of the Kaizen and the Lean as well. We have Six Sigma, that is also part of the Kaizen. Six Sigma is the deviation from the actual, like Sirat-e-Mustaqim and the Shaitan path. Six Sigma means 3.4 defects for every 1 million opportunity. 3.4 defects for 1 million line of code. In software, 3.4 defects in 1 million line of code. That's the concept of the Six Sigma. I have an example that 1 Sigma to 6 Sigma, you achieve the accuracy 99.99%, means zero defect. That is demand of Six Sigma. So philosophy behind Six Sigma, whatever we measure, acquire our focus. Whatever we focus leads to improvement. So it has a model: define, measure, analyze, improve, control for improvement of existing process. Define, measure, analyze, improve, control. And for new process, define, measure, analyze, design, verify. We have Lean Six Sigma. So Lean Six Sigma are unanimously, are collectively used to get the benefit of both. This is commonalities between Lean and Agile: eliminate waste. Here we are saying no extra features, remove extra processes, reduce time, use TDD to reduce errors, empower the team. These are the principles, and Agile approaches are matching with the Lean. Add value to the customer is also matched. Optimize the value stream, also matched. Build integrity, matched. Deliver as fast as possible, match without compromising the quality. Defer commitment, delay in the important decision, irreversible decision at the last stage, that is also there. Difference: Lean is originated from manufacturing industry, Agile is introduced for software development, and now you have Lean software development. Smooth workflow and keep work in progress under control. Here you have small releases. In Lean, use Kanban, Agile use burn down chart. This is the proposed Lean Scrum integration, which I proposed and is already published. We have sketch, we have build, we have test, we have inspect, and we have the Lean principles, which we are using at each stage. And you have a component warehouse, so you can use reusable components for the medium to large projects and in the future projects as well. And then you have the shipment. So this is the flow diagram of the proposed model, which I proposed. You have product backlog, sprint backlog, and sprint planning, sprint backlog, gap analysis, sprint shippable products, and sprint review, and sprint retrospective. And you are using a warehouse or repository at the gap analysis to check that previously reusable components, you can reuse them or not. These are the activities of the L Scrum model. You have activities, you have sketch. In the sketch, you are using the best techniques from the Lean, best techniques from the Agile. Same in the build and assemble, test and inspect. Thank you very much. Any questions?
Thank you, Professor Rizwan, for a very nice presentation and topic for engineers, because we usually see technical things, but it's more practical oriented presentation. So the floor is open. You can ask questions. Anything. Yes.
You say at the beginning, for that, thank you. Yesterday, for the Agile, the Agile has been done from the and I know that Agile principles or Agile don't work for bigger projects.
Yeah, this is the change. It was not introduced to develop medium to large projects. So that was the need of industry, because industry has large projects, industry has medium projects. So we have to customize them, customize Agile to use best practices of Agile to integrate into the Lean, to develop it for the medium to large project ERP system, which is no. Yeah, so you may say it's a hybrid style. It's not traditional. It's not purely 100% Agile. So it's in between, taking the best of the best from both. Like Lean is traditional style. Every project is different. Every project manager has different experience. How you customize, it's up to the project manager. So this is my idea, that this is the way. Then you can pick the best of the best from them to use them for the medium to large projects. That was my idea. Any other question? Yeah. Lean use all of them. Lean use Kaizen, and Kaizen has 6 sigma. So you, if like Agile has its own style to control the quality. Lean has its own style to control the quality. But you, when you use Lean with Agile, then you take the benefit of the 6 sigma to have 0 defect. By controlling your processes, by reducing the errors at any stage, in the architecture, in the design, in the code, in the test, start to end, with minimum documentation. Because Lean has a lot of documentation. All quality standards have a lot of documentation, ISO, SASO, there are CMM, lot of documentation. Here we are talking about minimum documentation, but without compromising quality. Whatever the document you have, it should be complete and comprehensive. I see one use case diagram with description, 2 pages for one use case, and it's complete and comprehensive. Programmer doesn't need to ask any question to the architect. What shall I do? What does it mean? What are the actors? What are the requirements? What are the inputs? What are the outputs? What are the collaborative classes? Everything. Yeah, 2 pages. It's there. Yes. So it's not small, it's a medium to large project. It's ERP system. Yes.
No knowledge gaps.
No knowledge. Correct. Any other question? Thank you very much.
Yeah, if chat. Yeah. Is there any question from the online participants? I did not see any question. Okay, so we'll stop here. Okay.
Recording. We need to stop.
Yeah, and